Hi there, Miranda Alt here with Keller Williams Success Real Estate and the Miranda Alt team with your Monday market update for Monday, September 18th, 2023. Thanks so much for watching. A quick look at our McHenry County numbers for the last 7 days. We had 154 new listings, 129 under contract, 108 closed sales, 39 price changes, 1 on the expired, and 29 on the private network. So let's compare these numbers to last week. And then I also have the numbers from this week last year and this week the year before. So what are the trends that we're seeing happening in our listings? So last week we had 133 new listings. This week we have 154. That's actually, so we've gone up in new listings this week. In the listings under contract, they're about the same. We had 130 last week and 129 this week. So those are about the same. We just have more new listings. Now, as compared to last year this week, we had 137 new listings, which is the same as last week. So our new listings this year to last year are not that different. We actually had more listings this week than we did this week last year. Now, in comparison to 2021, we had 185 new listings in 2021, and we had 176 go under contract, 172 closed sales. So those are all 2021. Now keep in mind, 2021 was the best year we had ever had in the history of the real estate industry. So keeping some perspective in mind that those were crazy great numbers. We definitely have less homes for sale. We definitely have less going under contract. There's less transactions overall. We know that in 2021, nationwide, we sold 6.2 million homes. In 2021, 6.2 million. In 2022, we had about 5.1. And this year, we're expecting about 4.3. So about 1 million less homes across the nation sold and transacted each year from 2021 till now. So the fact that we had 154 new listings last week is actually kind of promising that we're getting some more inventory. Now, we had still way less closed sales this last week than we did in 2022 or 21. And price changes are a factor that we are seeing right now, although we had less price changes in the last 7 days than we did the week before and less than we had the year before. We have very few on the private network. Now, 29 on the private network, what that says to me is we have less homes actually coming to market. So a lot of times homes are listed in the private network before they go live. So sometimes that's like, hey, this is what's coming up. Now, that could also be that some of us have decided to avoid the private network altogether. I know I was using the private network pretty heavily in 2021 and 2022, and I have ceased to use it because I've found that my clients are better off just going to market than they are sitting on the private network. It depends on what their motivation is and sort of what they've got going on in their life and if they want to have a whole lot of showings or not. So it's kind of dependent upon each individual listing. But for the most part, I try to not really go on the private network anymore with my listings. I usually try to go straight to market to drive up the prices and have that sort of auction effect happen. So we could be seeing a little bit of that going on. Closed sales are up from last week. So even though they were 108 this week, they were 82 the week before. So they are up across all of MRED. Listings under contract are also up across MRED, even though they're about stagnant here. New listings are up. We've got prices. Here's the big thing. Prices are still up. Current year average sales price, and now this is all according to MRED, which is the Midwest region of our MLS listing information. So according to MRED, the current year average sales price for Northern Illinois, Chicagoland area is $373,000. That is up from last year. This week it was $350,000. However, it is down from the peak of this year. The peak high for the average sales price was $410,369. That was back in the last week of May. So prices have come down for the year, but they're still up year over year. So comparing this week to this week last year, prices are still up. We've still got interest rates, the highest they've been in over 20 years. We've got them inching up the high, mid to high sevens. The Feds meet tomorrow and Wednesday to determine if they are going to raise the prime rate again. We are very hopeful that they will not do that since it does appear that inflation is coming down, and we are seeing some reports indicating that we will have a recession in the first part of next year, although there's some debate in that sector. Some people are thinking that the recession is not going to be that bad. We'll just kind of have to see how the next couple days go. Let's hope and pray that the Feds do not raise the prime rate and that these interest rates start to come down. I'm very hopeful that next year we will see some interest rates come down, although I've talked to some people who do not think that they will come down for at least 18 months. Now, keep in mind, when I say come down, I mean they'll come into the 6s, maybe the high 5s. That would be freaking glorious if that happened. Affordability has become such a difficult thing for homeowners, for buyers. With these interest rates being over 7%, it's just made the dream of homeownership so difficult for some people. I know, you know, recessions are never fun for anybody, but for some of us, it's simply inconvenient. And for some people, it is absolutely devastating. So think about people who were just trying to buy a home, and it was actually cheaper to buy a home than rent for a while there. And for those people who then, you know, the interest rates went up so fast, they weren't able to lock anything in, and now they can't afford to buy anything, and they might not even be able to afford to rent anything with rents going up so rapidly. So there are people who are going to be, this is life-changing for them. This is catastrophic for them, having high interest rates. And so for those of you that are out there, keep those people in mind who are really struggling. And inflation is really tough for a lot of people who are on the lower income. They're having a tough time. Prices of gas has gone up, groceries, everything has gone up. So hopefully if you're one of those people, hopefully you're getting some help, and hopefully these inflation numbers will come down. We'll see wages go up for some people, and that might help us get some of these interest rates to come down, and maybe people can actually be able to afford a home again. But we'll just kind of have to see how the next few days play out. Like I said, the Feds meet tomorrow and Wednesday, and we will get reports on if they are going to raise the prime rate yet again. Let's hope not. I am Miranda Alt with Keller Williams Success Real Estate and the Miranda Alt team. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a great day. Bye.